Hey guys, Cannon here, and a couple days ago I was in a VC with my friend Kig. You might recognize him, he's been in a couple videos before, I've been in a couple of his videos before. It's pretty enjoyable and some good fun. He made a comment saying like when's your next upload, so I decided I'm actually going to work on this upload considering that I'm going to have Monday off, so I'm going to have like around 3 days to finish editing this video. So I decided to look for a specific topic that I'm going to be pretty interested in talking about, and I actually finally came up with one that does actually pique my interest a little bit. The big booty Latinas of the Genshin Impact Natlan update. Obviously, I was pretty excited for Natlan because, it's the region of sun, and as a certified Hispanic myself, I was kind of excited because hey, it's a region of sun, it's hot, and where there's hot weather, there's going to be a lot of people that kind of represent my culture a little bit. And what the fuck is that? Natlan was kind of a disaster when they started first revealing its characters mostly. Most of the actual criticism came from one of the new characters. I completely forgot his fucking name. He was like some wolf guy, completely gray. He was gonna be a 4-star, and he was based off of a religion. And a lot of people had problems with it because it's like, what the fuck? Why is this guy just like a very skinny twink now? Like, what the fuck, Hoyover? The main issue that most of the people have was, why are all these characters so pale? And why is the only character that isn't pale gray? Why is she gray? I don't really want to talk a lot about the issue that people have been having. I think I've already said my piece, and a lot of people have already said their piece of how they feel about it. There's actually a really good video by SoulTGS. I'll put a link to the video in the description. It's on Twitter. Basically, I agree with a lot of the points. The issue isn't just that oh, there's no black people. The issue is that they're taking this culture from people of color, adding it into their games and directly profiting off of it, and not really trying to put in the effort to represent them well. There is no character right now in Genshin Impact that a person of color can look at and go, wow, I feel represented, because 90% of them are fucking pale. The German twink is technically darker than the region of Sun's ruler. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's just really funny. I'm not here to talk about the specifics of is this representation bad or not, because it is bad. I'm actually here just to talk about the characters from a design perspective. One of the new characters that are being added in the Genshin Impact Natlan update is actually a guy called Kinich. His design is actually pretty cool. He's a little bit off, I guess, but he still looks really cool. His design is actually really clean. He's got some pretty nice details going for him. I really love the 8-bit style they're going for him. And his little buddy, I don't even know how to pronounce that, so I'm just going to call him Aja. Kinich and Aja are just really nice characters. They look really cool. The issue comes with just, he's supposed to have glowing tattoos on his body. Same with another few characters like Mualani and Kachina. All three of them are supposed to have glowing spots on their body, and a lot of it can be seen on Mualani, for example. But the issue I have with it is that for characters like Kinich, you can barely see these colors because of the bright green and the bright skin color as well. It's just the bright neon colors that are the bright colors, not neon colors, but just the bright colors in general. They're just too bright to put in extra neon colors on top of it. Yeah, sure, you can put light colors with some other ones, but you want those colors to pop, kind of, in a way to say. If these are glowing tattoos, they're supposed to show that these guys are pretty strong. But if you really want to show that, then why not have the colors be darker? Have his outfit be darker, have his hair be a little bit darker. Or, as some people have already actually made, why not make his skin color darker? Because then the tattoos that are on his body, the glowing parts of his body that are supposed to be showing, they would be showing a lot more clearer if the base that they're showing off of was darker. This is in no means trying to say oh, if all of them were black, they would all be so much better. That's not where I'm trying to go at. I'm saying that if the colors that they're putting these bright neon colors on was just darker, it would help to show that these colors are there. You can barely tell that he actually has these tattoos that glow on him because just everything about his design is just too bright. The neon colors on his outfit, the neon colors that are on his bandana, His skin color also plays a role into it. It's just too bright to have neon colors on top of it. I believe that if they just made the colors of the characters just slightly darker, it would contrast better with these glowing tattoos. And it wouldn't look like they're just glow sticks like half the time. It's fine if there is some like brighter colors on some of the characters, but for the characters that have like these neon glowing tattoos, I believe it would be better if they had darker skin to contrast those brighter colors being on them. Or if having darker colors on like the character's skin isn't an option because racism runs rampant in the West, maybe you could instead like make the outfit darker or have the neon colors appear on the outfit. I think the biggest offender alone is actually just the Archon herself, Mavuika. I'm just gonna call her the Pyro Archon. The Pyro Archon is she does not look good in like the shots where her hair is glowing. If you don't play Genshin, which good for you, you've survived the plague, Archons in this world are basically gods, and they have glowing hair to kind of prove that. You can see it here on Zhongli, Venti, Raiden, Irina, Nahida. So why does the Pyro Archon look like this? The idea of her hair lighting into fire, I believe, is a fine idea. I think that can work really well. It's just that they didn't really pull it off well. She just looks off in some shots. The hair is too bright. Her entire like outfit is just a sore thumb. In this shot here, why is her neck so long? I'm gonna get into the point that I'm about to say. To all the people that are racist Genshin fans, this next part is not good for you. I'm sorry, but if you're a racist Genshin fan, here's a timestamp to when I stopped talking about this, and yeah. I believe the Pyro Archon would have been a lot better color-wise if they just made her like a darker color. Like if they just made her skin color a little bit darker, she would at least look a little bit better when her hair is fucking piss yellow. I don't know what they were doing when they decided that a bright yellow should be on a character that is crystal white. It doesn't really look good in some shots, and it could definitely be better. Like maybe like how in this shot where her like hair tips are just the only parts that are glowing, and they're more like reddish orange in the bottom and then slowly getting more yellow as they go up, kind of like an actual flame. Like it could look a lot better. It's just that they don't want to make it better. It doesn't feel like they want to make it better. It feels like they're just okay with the piss yellow hair. Alright, the talk about race is over. You're welcome, Genshin Impact fans. Alright, I'm starting to believe that like running theory that these characters were made with like darker skin tones in mind, specifically just to make some of the brighter colors pop on them. It's supposed to be a more diverse region, but it feels like they kind of sidelined that and said, no, these designs are good, we just might not want to have them looking like this. I don't really know. I'm not in there in like the Hoyoverse HQ looking into this, but yeah, that's about it. And see ya.